Well, I haven't been talent my whole life, so I think I'm going to keep that little chip on my shoulder. But honestly, super blessed and humbled to be in this position. As I said, kind of over the loudspeaker, played in this amazing conference and kind of saw it firsthand what it can do for the young men and women, for opportunity-wise, off the field, on the field, and I'm so excited to be a small part of this as talent, as you said, and really just excited for the platform that this is going to give all sports. Football and basketball obviously are key, and that's going to be a lot of money-making opportunities for this conference, but just super excited for the pedestal that those other sports now have. Just to see how great this conference is, because it doesn't just rely on those two sports. There's a lot of greatness in this conference, so it's going to be awesome to see that.
How did this come together for you?
So I was at the national championship and got a call, hey, this is so-and-so from ESPN, can you talk? And I really just thought it was, questions about the game. We were out there in California, very lucky to be able to see that in person. And he finished asking me about the game and said, we'd like you to fly up to Bristol and do an audition for ESPN. And I kind of blacked out after that. And, it was really cool.
You seem to be a guy who always enjoyed doing the media when you were a player. Was this kind of always, and you've done some radio obviously up to this time, was this always kind of a direction you kind of saw yourself going in or ultimately wanted to go in?
I think that's kind of hard to say because it's so great when these things just happen and you don't look for it. I wasn't seeking employment from ESPN. They kind of found me, which I think is really cool. But like you said, it's something that all my life I've enjoyed and I've liked participating in, and talking with all of you guys has been really fun. So as a kid, I didn't watch cartoons. I watched SportsCenter, and I watched sports and football and basketball, baseball, and so on and so forth. So this is a dream come true to have this opportunity, to pursue this opportunity, and to represent one of the best conferences in the country.
How much are you going to rely, not on your background as a player, but specifically an offensive lineman, when you're analyzing? Are you going to go more into the offensive line stuff or just overall?
I think given the opportunity, it's always fun, to be able to tell it from a player's perspective. When you can give fans and audiences a different light into a situation, when you can give them different ways to see a situation, I think that's a lot of fun. I think people like that. You kind of see that's where broadcasting is going. It's from a player's perspective. People find that very unique and interesting. So I'll do that as much as I can, as much as opportunity as I have too.
There will be a pretty big game here August 29th.
Yeah.
Do you know if you'll be calling that one yet?
So right now it seems like I'm going to be in the studio, so I won't be on site, which is sad, to think of that, something that's been such a big part of your life. But obviously to be, talking about it from afar is going to be really cool.
Do you expect to be on site and in the studio, a mix of both, or right now you've pretty much been hired as a studio guy?
I think whatever they say. I think there's a lot of flexibility with this, obviously, with this being year one, coming in August. So right now I think it's a little bit of studio, but open for any opportunity that comes my way.
Eric, what's been your impression of the ACC Network? It's kind of the first year's coming together. What do you think about this?
I think it's something that people are saying, why did it take so long? It's something that why was it 5 years in the making? And I think they wanted to do it right. I think ESPN had a plan in place. I think that they were very strategic about how they went about this with their various partners that they have right now. And I'm just excited. I really am. I think that the way that they have structured it is going to be something that people are very excited to see, with countless football games, basketball games, and all other events. But then the content piece, I think, is something that people are going to really value, because it's those 30 for 30s, it's those inside access pieces that might not exist for every program, but now they'll have a small piece in it.
Eric, who are some of the people that have influenced you in the broadcasting industry over the years?
Yeah, I think maybe not in this industry, but definitely my father. I think the way that he handles himself, he's a very vocal man for those of you who have met him, and I think that's been a big piece in my development. I think Dabo Swinney, obviously, being here for 5 years and being able to see how he handles the media and the different pedestals that he has been on. And then, everybody in the family from ESPN. You watch Herb Street on game day. You see Marty, how fun that's been to see his career. So it's been really cool, and try to model those as best you can. But at the same time, know that I'm Eric McLean, and they like me for me. And I need to, kind of pave my own way in that sense.
How flattering